Hello everybody, it is time for Take and Makes. And today's Take and Make is really exciting. It's a little bit more difficult than what we've done in the past. So I hope you guys really got to dig deep to find your patients. But it's super neat and I'm so excited to do it. So what we will be making are dragon/fairy jars. If you sign up, we've asked you what you would prefer, a dragon or a fairy. So in your kit, you will get a jar, and your jar will already be frosted, but I'm gonna show you how to frost your jar in case you missed and aren't able to get the frosted jar. But you'll get a frosted jar, you'll get a tea light, it's battery operated. You'll get some ivy and some jute or just some yarn. That's what's also included. And then your choice of the fairy or the dragon. And these are little cardboard cutouts that we ordered, and they're super moss. Just a handful. I don't think you need a whole lot, but that's be included in the kit. Other things you might need, which we're not providing for you, is possibly a paintbrush, possibly you'll definitely need glue. Now you can use just regular white glue. I will be using a glue gun, a hot glue gun, because I'm impatient. When I'm gluing stuff, I don't have the patience for glue to dry. You know, when you're using white glue, it takes a while to dry, and I don't have that patience. I do a lot of stuff with a glue gun. I love glue guns, and I'm using a low temp glue gun. I have used a high temp glue gun, and I have blistered my skin. I've blistered my fingers. So whatever glue gun you are using, and if you're small, make sure if you're a small child, you are really, really careful, and even as adults, be really careful because it's hot, and I've blistered my skin on glue guns, so I don't want that to anyone to happen. Learn from my mistakes. The other things you might need, if you don't have a frosted jar, you'll need some white acrylic paint, and the other thing you might want is some glitter of some sort. So first things first, you'll receive a frosted jar. This part usually takes longer than you really want it to, and so I just thought to make it easier for the kids, because this is a kids project, to go ahead already have the jars already frosted for when you get the kit. But I want to teach you, so maybe you want to replicate this dragon fairy jar many times. Maybe you want a whole garden of fairy jars. That's totally cool. That would be exciting. But how did I frost the jar? Okay, there's a couple of methods. You could buy, they have frosted glass spray paint, and that's what we use. The other thing you can do is you take white acrylic paint, and then you mix it in a container, whatever container you need, and with some water, and that creates a whitewash. And then you just dump that into the jar and swirl it around a couple of times, and then dump it back in this container, and it'll eventually, and then you have to let it dry, and then you might have to redo that process of the paint and the wash. Until it gets to the frostedness that you want. So I'm going to take a jar and do the whitewash. We're going to have to let it dry, and then you'll have a frosted jar. Second part that you might want to do is I'm going to take my jar, and so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the dragon cutout. If you look at the dragon cutout really closely, you'll notice that there is some lines and stuff, so that is the front side. the thing is your glass is frosted, so you're not gonna see those little details. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna either take your white glue, or if you're gonna be like me, you're gonna take your glue gun and you're gonna put glue on the hem. And make sure you get a lot of those little, there's a lot of little details on these dragons, so, and just don't burn your hands. And then you're gonna take your jar and you're going to place them in there. And oh, mine's gonna need to be angled just a little bit. And that's okay, he'll bend. It's cardboard. And you're gonna push him up against that glass, as close as you can get. And he might not look quite right, but you get the idea right there. All right, so then the other thing you can do, so once you do that, I got glue strands. The other thing you're gonna put in the jar is your tea light candle. Now you don't have to do this right now. I'm just doing it just to show you. So you turn it on and put that down there. You can kind of see the light in the dark. This shows up really, really well. So the next thing you're going to do is, if you have glitter, you can do this. If you don't, you don't have to do it. It's entirely up to you. It's the same with the jute string or the ivy that is included. You don't have to use this stuff. I just think it adds a nice little touch to it, because I mean technically right there is done. That's as far as you have to go. But I like decorative touches, and you've got a dragon in a jar, so let's make some decorative touches. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take another one of my containers, and I'm going to take my glue, my school glue. I'm gonna pour that in a container, and just like the whitewash, I am going to create basically a glue wash, and this will help the glitter stick better, because let's face it, glitter sticks, but not exactly where you want it to. So I've got my glue in a container, and I've got some water. I'm gonna mix that up. And this I'm gonna use kind of a paintbrush on, because you don't need a lot of water, you don't need a lot of glue. And I like to mix it up really good. And you can see there kind of what it looks like. The other thing I'm going to do is then I'm going to take my glitter. I've got some, and you can use it every glitter. I've got this funny greenish glitter, this iridescent glitter, and I'm going to put that in a paper plate. Just going to spray that on there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my jar and paint with the this glue mixture, and then I'm going to roll it in the glitter, and that will be it. So I'll show you guys how I'm doing that. So now I have a little glittery dragon jar. Final touches is the use of the ivy and some more of the Spanish moss, and the little piece of jute. So I'll show you what my plan is for that. Great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the piece of jute that I got, and I'm going to tie that around my jar and just tie a simple little bow. And I'm going to take some glue and I'm going to glue that in place, because I don't like it when stuff moves. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my glue gun. And you can use, you know, the white glue. I'm gonna put that, oops, I lost my glue stick. put some glue on top of my lid. And then I'm gonna take some of this moss and I'm gonna carefully, because I don't want to burn myself, put clumps of it on there. So there's that. All right, so then the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to take, I see some of my ivy leaves have fallen off. That's okay, I can still use it. So what you could do is you could, you could arrange this ivy garland around it. You could try and then glue it into place. You can totally do that. Or you can deconstruct it. You can, so you take this ivy leaf and I'm gonna put some glue on it. I'm gonna put that there. And I'm not planning anything, I'm just, trying to figure out where it would look good. Maybe you can cut it. You can cut it and maybe put strips of it, around the rim. I'm gonna glue a bit of it on there. Ooh, yep, I got some glue, hot glue on my fingers, and yep, that hurts. Yep, ow. Right there, you see that? That's not a blister though, it's not blistering because it's low temp. And then what else could I do? I think I'm gonna put some more leaves. I'm gonna peel leaves off my vine here. And I think I'm gonna glue the little bits of the leaves on my jar. I don't want to cover up my dragon too much. But I like that look of that. So you can use it all. You don't have, I didn't use all my moss like I thought I would. That's okay. I want another one here. I think I'm gonna take a little bit of this greenery here and I'm gonna stick it in there and I'll glue it in just because I like the look of it sticking out kind of. There we go. Gives it a little bit of a wildness to it because you've got a dragon in a jar. That's a little wild. All right. So you know what? I think I'm gonna call that good. It's still wet from the glitter and the glue, so it needs some time to dry. But if you look, you can see your dragon in the jar and he's hanging out, and you have yourself a dragon or / fairy, if you want to go that route, jar. So I hope you guys had fun. I hope you enjoy this project. It's a little messy. That's okay. Messy projects are fun. I completely lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. Should I edit that out? Nah, I'll just leave it in because you guys know I'm not perfect. All right, so that was the dragon jar. I hope you guys had fun. I hope you guys make more of these. If you want, post pictures of your dragon and fairy jars on the Facebook post. I look forward to seeing what you guys come up with. Like I said, this is just a basic one. You guys could add ribbons, you could add glitter, you could add flowers. Oh, you could do flowers. That would be super pretty. You could do whatever your imagination thinks of. It's your fairy jar. It's your dragon jar. You can do whatever you want. So this is Melissa Lloyd from the Valley City Barnes County Public Library, and wishing you a great day.